What's wrong? No guts. What? You just want some attention? And are you being a big suck? And you always get so mad when your human goes away for the weekend. And I know. And you want some back rubs? Dumb guts. Well, continue working on this turd, except I'm not going to bother you filming it. I'm just going to show you when I'm done sanding it all down, because you don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I just get it done. Told you I wasn't going to bore you with any of that. That's all done. Got these edges. Did this curve as best as I could. Try to form it, and I'm just going to throw some self-etching primer on her and get her ready to POR 15. And what I mean by that is just spray the areas with the Bondo. We're going to lightly sand it down before we prep it. And the body work, because we're going to use rocker liner or bed liner on top, you don't need it to be 100% perfect, because after a couple coats of that shit, it hides any blemish. Just jumping along, just got that POR 15 when it dries tomorrow. Flip it over to the top side, I'll be able to get on this weekend. So this is the stuff I'm using on the bottom. It says it's supposed to be impact resistant coating, won't flake, chip, or peel. Durable rubberized finished on top of the POR 15 that's been lightly sanded down. We'll see how well it holds up to the rocks and stuff, and then once it gets beat up, you just spray another layer on and hopefully can protect the bottom. Then once we get these rear fenders done, not too much body work to do to get her all prepped to Raptor liner, the same color, but however, I need to figure out how these flanges work. And now the problem with that is that I tried this, and over years, well, these are all C's, so I'm gonna have to drill them out. It's not really necessarily a bad thing, because the weight of that steel fender will never be very good supported by these little metric bolts that the factory flare uses. So I'll drill those out. And what I'm going to have to do is put nutserts in all those, and probably go with like a 5/16 bolt or something. Quite a few of these are out. Now that that's off, these are all holes, which is good. And this is a long time ago. I welded in some nuts that have recently, well, not recently, but rust has seized them in. Not a big thing. I just grind off the little spot welds. Nut will fall out, and hopefully the hole will be sized, or maybe make it a little bit bigger for nutsert for this one here. Then I'll have to make sure that I anti-seize the hell out of it before it goes back in. I need to take one of these plates to see how this is gonna work. So if you look, the holes are close, not exactly perfect. No, get up top, this one here, then those bottom two are fucking way out to lunch. Like, not even in the same ballpark. Holy fuck. This is the problem. Like I said, aftermarket parts. I'm pretty sure all fucking TJs have the same fender flare bolting pattern. How the fuck can you fuck that up? Kind of got the rear fender set up. Gonna tack it into place. And this is why you only tack weld something, because I just set it up as close to the bottom as possible. And as you can see, I am way out to lunch. That's not gonna fly. Sad part is, either way how you do it, you're gonna lose that back hole there. Not good. So you can see, even on the edge, it's not gonna work. Not gonna work. I just re-tack weld it, but that's probably gonna be about as good as you're gonna get that to fit going in that much. So I found probably the best way to do this is to attach it to the Jeep itself. Got my spacing held in with the Bessie clamp. Can't attach these holes, so got a clamp down there and clamp over there, but just kind of putting some tack welds along the way. Of course, I mean, that's all got to be grinded off. That's not going to be a big deal. I got one fitted up. It doesn't fit up too bad, actually. A little bit of a gap in there, and that'll be a little bit of work trying to grind that down, but it won't be impossible. So what I did is I put some self-etching primer in there because we have that gap in there. And what I'm gonna do is, on the opposite side, gonna put tape across it, and then I'm going to use a seam sealer to fill in the gap. And I just got some tack welds to hold it in place all the way along. This was a little bit of work, but it's all been ground down smooth. Tack welds on the outside to hold the skin in place. All right, last night at the brewery was pretty good. Now it's tackle this last one, get it done. Fit it up like that one there so we can move on. Staying hydrated today with my cucumber lemon water. All right, put this one here. Start to fit it up. All right, almost got this one done up. Fit better, but in some places worse than the last one. Corner's a little freaking short. I might be able to just put some tack welds in there to build her up. A little short coming on there. There's less to cut off because the top basically lined up level, so just this section coming down here to chop off. But let's get this off, get this done, get the rest of the inside fender painted, and then motherfucking beer time. So what I did for that corner is that I built it up with weld, so then when I sand or grind her down, it will be formed. These gaps are the fitting. We're gonna do the same as we did for the other one. So I'm just gonna tape it off and then use a seam sealer on the back to fill that. Because once it's POR'd 15 and then raptor lined, you're not even gonna see that. And there we have it. The other one is finally done. That's the corner now that I welded her up and then ground her down. Give this a new fresh coat of paint. The spray balm actually coats really nice. No clear coat, that goes on damn smooth. This is the stuff I get for touch-up. This stuff right here, perfect match. This is Patriot Blue, color of my Jeep. Get a couple coats of clear on here and call it a day. Even the clear sprays on super nice. Let that sit for about 10 minutes and put on one more coat and that'll be good. Well, that feels good that that's done. Both of those are fabbed up. Now I can work on, start sanding the body down, get it ready for a color match raptor liner. And once the body's done, continue on the swap. But I really want to focus on getting this done before winter, because right now it's about the middle of September. Winter's gonna be coming soon. That being said, I think it's motherfucking beer time. Got my growler filled up last night with some peach sour from Railway something brewery, and it's fucking good. It's real good. Screw the glass growlers, you gotta have the good old stainless ones here and sticker it up. Motherfucking beer time. Alright, motherfucking beer time. Peach sour in a mason jar, because that's the only way to drink beer, is out of a mason jar. Oh, I love sour beers, and this one here is good. Once again, if you guys made it this far, I appreciate you guys watching the videos. Each video brings us closer to the end of this build. Once the bodywork's done, providing that there's no hiccups, things should start to move along pretty quick. One of the things before we get to the suspension, I want to build my own control arms and modify a couple of ones I got. So that's something we're gonna have to take care of. And by building my own control arms, I want to buy a hydraulic bender, which will come in handy. It's pretty small. My garage is pretty small. I got enough shit in here as it is, but it's small enough that it shouldn't take up too much space that anything else is, and we can start fabricating some stuff. I also got the dimple die set from TMR Customs. That should be appearing in a video sooner or later. Because I want to rebuild a new skid plate for the bottom of the Jeep. Anyways, lots of stuff still coming up. And it's motherfucking beer time. Oh yeah. Peach sour. Tomcats. What are you doing? Do you want to go inside? Do you? Are you being camera shy?